coming for you this year, that is a new direction for you, that is going to bring a lot of joy to you. But you need to go and get quiet. Like Gethsemane, for example. Mm-hmm. You know, go there for 3 or 4 days and just. It's probably hard. 2 days. How about 2 days?
Sounds great.
Yeah, yeah. And just take some time and remember who you are, because you've got so much going on and so many people calling for your attention, and you take care of so many people in so many ways, and you're good at that, and that's a good thing. But you want to take care of yourself too. Like there's something in your heart that's sort of calling you. Can you feel that? Like it's very faint.
Sure.
And it wants to be born, and but you need to be quiet for that to happen. And there's another thing. Did we talk about an ancestor altar the last time I gave you a reading?
Mm-hmm. An altar?
No. It could be really simple. It could be the top of a dresser, or the top of a table, or a piece of a shelf where you put some pictures of your ancestors that have passed on, and then a candle. And whenever you're in that room, you light the candle. Thank your ancestors for your life, because all the work and struggle that they've done for generations beyond, going back to the beginning, has allowed you to be here. And fire draws them just like it draws us in this life. We're drawn to fire, and when you pass on, you're still drawn to fire. And so when you light that candle, they know that you want a deeper relationship with them, and they want a deeper relationship with you. And it seems like the ancestors are coming on in a big way now to get us to remember them. Like they're here right now, they're all around us, but they're sort of walking around with their hands in their pockets because nobody knows they're here or is talking to them. But they're looking for these deeper relationships, and they can help you in concrete ways in your life. You just ask them for help, and they'll give you help. Not like to be happy, but in concrete ways. They'll help you be happy, but should I do this or should I do this? Ancestors, help me with this. Or ancestors, I would like to do this thing over here, but I need some money to do that. And I need you to help me come up with it. And that's the kind of help they can actually give you. And you'll see as you deepen this relationship, like the candle, you'll see what I'm talking about if you do that. And so they'll help this fire that's starting to burn in your heart. They'll help it sort of unfold in the world.
So you want me to build an altar?
No, you don't have to build it. You can build an altar. See, that's the kind of guy you are. You want to build an altar.
Well, I mean, didn't you just say that?
Yeah. Well, I always try to make it simple. I say just the top of a dresser.
No, but I mean,
you could actually build an
anything
altar.
like that.
Anything.
But I mean, I'm just saying that. But I should construct a space.
Yes.
With a candle for my ancestors, and this will draw them to help me.
Yes, exactly.
in concrete ways.
Exactly.
I'm on it.
Exactly. And in fact, please do build one if you want to build one.
I'm going to.
I try to make it easy for people, but building one, they would love it. They would love it.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. So can I leave you this?
Let me ask one more question before you leave me with this. I don't have to necessarily believe that they're there for them to help me if I build this altar and light the candle. They'll do it. They'll do it because I'm doing it, whether I'm aware of them or okay.
Exactly. And then you'll know it's not something you have to believe and just believe and believe and believe.
Then I'll get some evidence.
You'll see the evidence in your life. Yeah.
I'm on it.
All right. Cool. So then, can I leave you with this with light and love?
Absolutely.
All right.
Do I do this?
Yeah, if you want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
Oh man.
Very good. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So, is that it then?
That's it.
Thank you, Gary.
Okay. Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, does anybody have questions for Gary about this activity that we've just participated in?
There's one behind you.
Yes.
I noticed that
I'm gonna get out of the way, Gary.
when you were touching his shoulders, your hands and your arms started shaking. Why was that?
The energy, comes through, and I can just sort of feel it. It makes my hands and arms shake, and my body shake sometimes. Yeah.
What other things happen to you besides getting hot and shaking when you do it?
I can see, I can feel the energy, energy moving into my body and into Brian's body. And I can see colors, different colors moving into his body, like the red. I could see the red moving out of his body. And, so I see light, I see colors and light. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but did anyone find like
A
a
bag?
plastic curve?
The bag,
Yes.
there it is.
Where's
Yeah.
that?
I guess it doesn't live here.
We knew you'd be back.
Very good.
I'm sorry.
That's
All
okay.
right.
I would have waited till the end, but I have another class. Thank you.
Good day.
You too.
Yeah. Do other people have questions for Gary? Over here?
One thing that I thought was rather interesting, he said that the pain was in his hips, but you seem to start up here at the crown. Is there something about the top of the head that's easier to enter from?
Well, do
or-
you know the chakra system?
Mhm. Yeah.
I blew one of the power symbols, which is the super,
The circular one.
this one right here. Yeah, into his crown chakra, and then blew it down through all of his chakras to his root chakra, so that it would open up his energy system to the healing. And that's why I did that.
Okay.
And that particular healing, I go through the same healing for anybody, no matter what they are saying they want to release or heal. I'm thinking of what they're wanting to release or heal, and seeing the energy moving in those places and light moving in those places. But I still am doing the same symbols. It's the same for everybody. Yeah.
What does that do? You had him give a color and shape to his pain.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for the overall? How does that change your course of action, or what does that do for you as far as trying to proceed?
It helps Brian to come up with something that he wants to heal or release today, a portion of it, and be aware of it, and it gives substance to it and color, and so that he can imagine it, feel it, and see it in a different way. And instead of just thinking, well, my hips hurt, you can just think of, well, okay, I've got these sea urchin-like things, and they're red, and it's warm, and really start imagining it. And then he can, once he starts imagining it, then I ask him, does it change as you notice it? To let him experience, how it's energetic, how it can move, or it might change. And then he gets to make the choice of what portion of it he wants to release or heal today, And so rather than me just coming and some energy healers, you can just actually, he wouldn't say anything, and I would just go up to him, I'd put my hands on his shoulders, and then I would just move my hands wherever I felt called to move them. But I like this one because it brings you into it more. What did you think, Brian, as far as...
As far as...
What did that do for you, asking you to notice something in your body?
Yeah, it helped me to define the limits of it, to sort of think about what I was feeling. When you asked me to give it a shape, I think about what shape it is and how far it extends and where it goes, and so I was able to characterize it in that way, whereas I may not have thought about that. He asked me to think about temperature and this kind of thing. It kind of goes to my reaction of it. It causes me to thematize it a little bit, and then I think it would be easier for you, if we're concerned about results in any way, if that's a goal, then it would be easier for you to help me recognize if 20% of an actual sort of concrete thing is gone, as opposed to something like 20% of this vague, massive pain that I feel all the time, right? So, I think that sounds like a useful way to approach it if you're trying to get me to focus on my own pain. I think that worked great.
And know that it's up to you to release whatever portion you want.
Yeah, and I don't know that I have any facility in actually doing that,
Yeah.
but it's an interesting thought for me to consider.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Does it help you? Okay. Please.
So does it have to be like a pain in your body?
No, it's in your body, but it doesn't have to be a pain. It could just be a picture. It could be it could be anything. It could be any sort of an image whatsoever. It could be a feeling. It could be sadness. It could be joy. It could be grief. Anger. It could be itching. It could be just heat, feeling heat in your body. But your body will come up with something, because It's my belief, and many people